Hey travel friends, today we are talking all things Castaway Cay. Castaway Cay is Disney Cruise Line's private island in the Bahamas. It sits on about 1,000 beautiful acres, and most sailings to the Caribbean and Bahamas will make a stop here. In this video, I will be sharing everything the island has to offer and give my honest review by sharing some of Castaway Cay's pros and cons. Now, as you walk through the arrival area, you will notice a huge map that details where everything is on the island. Feel free to take a picture of this map for future reference, but there's always plenty of signage all over Castaway Cay to assist you. Just a short walk away, you will see cargo handling. This is where you can catch the tram that will take you all over the island. Now, the trams run pretty frequently. They make different stops throughout the island. Usually it's between 5 to 7 minutes that you're waiting, but the sign says Bahamian time, so give or take a few minutes. Now, if you do not want to wait for the tram, you can walk. The island is completely walkable. However, it does get very hot and humid. It's a tropical island, so keep that in mind if you're carrying beach bags or if you have young children. Castaway Cay offers a lot of exciting excursions and tours that can be booked on the Disney Cruise Line app. When you get off the ship, you'll see Marge's barge right there to your left. This is going to be the meeting place for any excursion that you need a boat for. So if you're going sea fishing, if you're doing the parasailing or jet skiing, glass bottom boat, this is where you're going to meet. In addition to these charter excursions, there are also rentals on island that are quite exciting, so you can rent snorkeling gear. They have an amazing snorkel lagoon where they have statues of different Disney characters that you can kind of snorkel around and find underwater. So not only are you looking for fish, you're trying to find the Disney characters, which is really fun. They also do tube and float rentals. You can do banana boats. You can also do the little boats in the water, so the little tricycles that you pedal together, the four-seaters, in addition to some animal encounters. They have a stingray little lagoon where you can interact with the stingrays and touch them. They also have rentals for on land. They have bicycle rentals in all different sizes for all different ages. So if you have a young child that wants to do like a little tricycle, you can get that as well. They can do a bicycle tour, and they rent cabanas. Now, these cabanas are highly coveted. Usually they are the first thing to go on the Disney Cruise Line app. That's how you book them. I have yet to actually book one myself, but I'm hopeful that one day I'll be able to snatch one up. Lunch does come included at Castaway Cay. There's a barbecue option. You can go to Cookies or Cookies too. Here you will find your typical barbecue food, so hot dogs, burgers. Usually they have a slaw and macaroni salad. Barbecue ribs sometimes I've seen as well. Now, I'll be honest with you, this is never my favorite meal while on the cruise, but you don't have to hike back to the boat to eat. You can stay on island and have your lunch right on your beach chair if you wish. So check it out, especially if you're a first-time sailor. See if you like it. They also have desserts. They have the best chocolate chip cookies, and they serve chips. But if you are looking for a more elevated lunch experience on island, the barbecue at Serenity Bay is a bit more elevated. I've had really good salmon there, and I don't know, I just prefer the lunch over at Serenity Bay better. In addition to this, you're gonna have your ice cream machine like the one on the ship, and there's fresh fruit on offer as well, so you can pick that up. You can choose to go back to the boat and have lunch. In fact, I have done that before. But if you don't want to go back to the boat, these are the things you have on offer. There are numerous bars that are available on Castaway Cay. Some have fun themes and frozen drinks. I know there's a very popular one, the Summertime Freeze, which has the frozen themed drinks. It has like an Olaf cup that you can get. It's a big collectible in the Disney community. So there's that. But if you don't want to go to a bar and have a seat, they also have cast members who walk around and take your order. So while you're sitting in your beach chair under your umbrella, they can bring you your pina colada. Now, probably one of my favorite things about Castaway Cay is the fact that Kids Club is on the island. The name of Kids Club at Castaway Cay is called Scuttle's Cove. And your kids go in, it's a secure location. They don't take them in the water in terms of the beach. They don't do any pool activities. So there's no real risk of drowning or anything of that sort. I felt perfectly safe leaving my kids there, and they loved it. Now, the teen club and the kids club on the ship do close throughout the day when you're at Castaway Cay. Just as a heads up, I think it's only open house, but they don't have like the lockdown facilities. So that's just something for you to know for your planning purposes. Aside from rentals and charters, there are just free things you can do at Castaway Cay. The first being check out the beaches. The beach and the water at Castaway Cay is beautiful. It's pristine, it's clear, you can see your toes when you look down. I've seen little fish swim around, and it's really just like a tropical paradise. The first beach that you're going to see as you make your way throughout the island is the Castaway Cay Family Beach. Now, this beach is significantly more shallow and less calm than the other beaches that you'll see. And I think that was obviously by design. It's quite protected in that little cove. And they also have kind of like a little obstacle course there for the kids to play on and try and kind of swing on the ropes to get across. And then at the Pelican Point Beach, it's equally as beautiful. You'll find that this beach is significantly less crowded than the Castaway Family Beach. So if you walk down a bit or take the tram to Pelican Point, you'll find this beach, it's less crowded, and it has the water slide. So you can swim out to kind of like a barge out. I don't know how far out it is, but you definitely cannot stand because you want to be able to splash into the water when you go down the water slides. But it's a water slide kind of facility there. Lots of fun. There are life vests available for adults and children. So if your child cannot swim yet, not a problem. Just obviously you go with them. There's also a sprinkler and splash pad area for the toddlers and the little ones to have some fun. And there's hammocks all throughout the beach area for the ultimate relaxation. In fact, I've sat in these hammocks. I've not wanted to leave. They're under a big palm tree, and just, I really feel like I could be drinking out of a coconut while I sit there and rock myself to sleep. Now, if you've had enough of fun in the sun and being in the water, there's a little area called In the Shade. In the shade, you have pool tables, you have ping pong, you have basketball hoops, billiards, and it's just a great place for young and old to get together, play some games. Another popular activity on Castaway Cay is to run the 5K marathon. So there's a trail that's already marked out, and it has, mile 1, 2, 3 marked as you go along. And yeah, you can run this by yourself. And at the end, if you complete the marathon on the honesty system, they will award you a Castaway Cay medal. Another thing you could do is mail yourself a letter or postcard from Castaway Cay. Castaway Cay does in fact have a post office. It's found right in the arrival area as you get off the ship. Now, I have heard it takes a very long time to receive your mail from Castaway Cay. It's super snail mail. But I think it makes a really cool souvenir for your loved ones to say where you've been, or even as a memento for you in the future. Of course, I cannot forget to mention Castaway Cay's adult-only beach, which is Serenity Bay. Serenity Bay is accessible by tram. It's the last stop. It's a bit of a hike to get over there, especially if you want a spot to yourself, but it's a beautiful beach. The water I find was a little bit more choppy over that side. It's a little less protected, but that's fine. It's not like you're swimming out in the deep ocean, but you're away from the noise and hustle and bustle, away from the thousands of people on your cruise ship, and it's ultimate relaxation and tranquility. There is a cabana that does massages if you wish to pay extra for it, but it's a great beach, a great place to stop when you're kid-free. The shopping at Castaway Cay is a bit of an exclusive experience in the sense that a lot of the souvenirs on island you won't be able to get on the ship. Castaway Cay merchandise is usually only found at Castaway Cay gift shops. So make sure to get off the ship, check out She Sells Seashells. That is not a tongue twister at all. And then there's another location called By the Seashore, and they have all of your Castaway Cay merch. Usually they're the cutest, like spirit jerseys and cups and magnets. They're only going to be available at these locations, so check them out. As you walk along, you'll also see some Bahamian souvenirs that are available for retail. So if you want something specially from Bahamas, they have a place for that as well as hair braiding and a few other shops as you walk along. All right, so now that I've given an overview of Castaway Cay, I'm gonna give my honest review on some of its pros and cons. One major benefit of Castaway Cay is the ease in which it takes to have a beach day. Now, if I had a beach day, here at home, it would take a lot of planning, it would take packing, it would take, pack a lunch, pack my beach chair, my umbrella. All of these things are set there for you. So it's just the easiest beach day you're ever gonna have. The foot washing stations are there. The food is included. They have photographers who will walk around the beach and take pictures of you in the water if you wish. So everything is thought of. So you're allowed to have like the best, easiest, most relaxing beach day that you're ever gonna have. Another pro is their tram transportation service. I just love that they offer that, especially for guests who have mobility issues or young children. You don't have to walk too far on the beach, so that is definitely a pro. I know at some private islands with other cruise lines, there's a lot of walking involved, and some people may not even get off the ship because they're like, I cannot do all of that walking. Now, in terms of the cons, things that just I'm not really feeling right now at Castaway Cay. There's a few things. Number one, I've been to Castaway Cay. This will be my 4th time, and I'm a repeat offender, and I'm getting a little bit bored. Now, obviously, if I was just coming just to go to the beach, it's a beautiful beach. A beach is a beach is a beach. Like, you'll be fine if you're just coming for a beach day. But if you live near the ocean, if you have been on a 7 or 10 night cruise and you've been to other beaches in other places, you may be looking for something a little bit more at Castaway Cay. And I think that's where I am right now. I'm kind of wishing that Castaway Cay had more on offer in terms of activities and entertainment. It's Disney, which means that like they could build some water rides, another water park on a private island would be a really cool idea. I'm just throwing the idea out there. And I know some people are like, it's meant to be a beach day, so like, what are you talking about? And I understand if that's your perspective. But for people who don't see it as just a beach day, like they want maybe beach in the morning and then something like zip lining, or I guess I'm kind of just comparing it to Coco Cay, Royal Caribbean's private island that has a lot more to do. And I'm not saying that Disney has to copy Royal Caribbean in any way, but I do think, listen, it's Disney. You're good at what you're good at, entertainment and rides. Like, you have the best amusement park in the world. So I just think that maybe, they could incorporate a bit more of that so that people are more enticed to stay longer on the island, maybe spend more money on the island. I know for me, I do the beach in the morning and then I head back to the ship in the afternoon to get on the aqueduct. But if they had more to see or more on offer, I would definitely stay on the island longer. Another con that I have is the in the shade area. It's pretty much just like a shaded outdoor sporting area. So they have basketball hoops. I've spoke about it in the overview. I just think the area is just a bit too small. So it's only got maybe 3 hoops, 1 or maybe 2 ping pong tables. For the amount of people that are on the cruise ship, I just don't think the space is big enough. So maybe having another facility like that. And this, once again, ties into the whole finding something else to do on island. If you need a break from the sun, or if you just don't like the beach like that, that's just kind of my only criticism. Also, one more con, the food. Now, I will say the food on Castaway Cay, the barbecue lunch, has gotten better. I went 2 years ago and I just thought it was kind of like gross. But the food this time that I went in December, and the food wasn't bad. It wasn't. But it's still not, like, I will still go back on the ship and have one of their quick service or cabanas for lunch. I just do because I like the food better on the ship. So overall, I will say a trip to Castaway Cay is 100% worth it. I will still go back, even though I've been multiple times. I do like going. It's beautiful. Just like Disney people, listen to my suggestions. If you hear these suggestions, follow them. Add something new, refresh. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Lighthouse Point. That is their new private island that they're opening in the spring or summer of this year. I have a cruise plan to go and check it out. So it'll be interesting to see what kinds of activities are on offer there. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and comment down below. Maybe you can tell me what your favorite part of Castaway Cay is. Or if you've never been, tell me what do you look forward to doing once you visit Castaway Cay. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.